Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on an awesome Steam game winter sale that is running right now from our good friends at Fanatical. They are running a ton of deals, and I'm gonna highlight some of those deals, but bear in mind, with their winter sale, they will be cycling in a lot more deals in the coming days. So some stuff has already gone live, but some stuff will be going live in the coming days, and yeah, there's gonna be a ton of stuff for you guys to check out. There are a ton of deals live right now to go over, so let's highlight them, and let's kick things off with Cronos the New Dawn, which is 40% off for $36, quite a bit cheaper than the price point that Steam has it for, at $45, I believe it is on Steam. But Cronos the New Dawn is a great survival horror action title. Atmosphere in the game is tremendous, gameplay is great, and can be pretty challenging, so keep that in mind, but overall, a very, very worthwhile game to go through, and one that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy. So $36 on that, quite good given that it just came out 3 months ago. Then we do have Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Edition, $13.19 on this. You can get the standard edition for $8.79. I would probably just get the Beyond the Dawn edition for $13 and change. You get the expansion. Even if the expansion isn't amazing, it is still more content, and it's a sizable amount of content as far as just length of the expansion. And the game itself is quite good. I wouldn't say it's the best Tales of game, but it is a pretty solid one, all things considered. I like the characters. I like the overall story. The visuals are great. The gameplay is enjoyable. And yeah, for this price point, I think it's a perfect pickup, so definitely would recommend that. We've got Dave the Diver for $8.39, a game that was incredibly well received, and one that I think a lot of you guys will end up enjoying. Casual combat and gathering gameplay with roguelike elements. Dive into the ever-changing blue hole and use a harpoon and other weapons to catch fish and various creatures. The game was one of the breakout titles of 2023. Overwhelmingly positive reception on Steam with 97% positive feedback, so incredibly well received, but $8.39 on that. Next up, we got Dragon's Dogma 2, 64% off for $25.19. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a game that certainly a lot of people had their issues with. I thought it was a fairly good open-world action RPG. From a performance standpoint, it was a disaster, and I think disaster would be a right way to put it, at least when it came out. And a lot of these Capcom games, especially the Capcom, non-Resident Evil games, have been kind of a disaster from a performance standpoint, especially the RPGs. Monster Hunter Wilds, Dragon's Dogma 2, the performance isn't great. The gameplay is enjoyable, and the content itself is good, but yeah, the performance could be a lot better. But good discount on it, $25.19 on that. Dune Awakening is $31, one of the more notable PC game releases of the entire year. Is it my cup of tea? No, survival games really aren't the games that I gravitate to, but I know a lot of people that did have a good time with it, and still they are continuing to update the game, and I know people that have their issues with the game as well, but again, I'm not here to meticulously break down Dune Awakening. It's $31. You can check that out. The Ultimate Edition and the Deluxe Edition are discounted as well, so you can check that out as well. Bunch of Resident Evil games are on sale, so let's go through the ones I would recommend. Resident Evil Village, the Gold Edition, is $12.99. This gets you the DLC as well, which is great. Obviously, Resident Evil is going to have a lot more attention, especially after tonight at the Game Awards, when Requiem gets a new trailer, and I think a lot of people will want to catch up on all of the Resident Evil titles. Village is a great one. I would absolutely recommend you to play Biohazard. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, that one is great as well, and that is on sale over at Fanatical, $8.83 for the Gold Edition, which isn't a bad deal. And yeah, definitely play through Biohazard, play through Village. The games are great, and I would highly, highly recommend them. Resident Evil 4 is $17.19. The Gold Edition is $25.74. I would get the Gold Edition. Unfortunately, the Gold Edition actually is out of stock right now, so it is what it is. However, you can get the Resident Evil Remake Trilogy, so that includes Resident Evil 2, the Deluxe Edition, that's the remake, Resident Evil 3, the remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Gold Edition of that as well. That's $35.09, but you're getting the whole gamut of Resident Evil titles, and that trilogy is amazing. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 in particular are phenomenal, phenomenal games. RE3, certainly, people have their issues with it, but overall, to get all of the games for $35.09, great pickup there. I highly recommend that, and an excellent deal there. RE4 obviously is goated. I often talk up that game. It's tremendous. Then we do have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. It is 36% off for $44.79. Obviously, this did just come out, so it's still holding up in price, given that, again, it came out, like, what, 2 months ago? But, really well-received kart racer, and people seem to really enjoy the game. There is, you know, DLC rolling out characters, and the Digital Deluxe Edition is $57.59, but if you're looking for a fun arcade racer, you'll certainly have a lot of fun with that, and, yeah, hopefully we see more out of Sonic tonight as well. Fingers crossed on the new mainline Sonic game getting revealed tonight for a 2026 release. That would be incredibly exciting, but Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, $44.79 on that. We have Hitman World of Assassination, 66% off for $23.79. It's Hitman. Pretty good time there as far as action stealth title goes, and a lot of content there with the World of Assassination. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition is 77% off for $14.09. Now, Monster Hunter World runs fairly well on PC. It's Wilds that's just an abomination, but World runs fairly well, and World here, you get the base game and the Iceborne expansion, just an absurd amount of content for your dollar. Highly recommended. Even though Wilds is out, World is very much still a worthwhile playthrough. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, the Royal Edition, you get KCD and the DLC, $7.99 on that. Great historic open world RPG. KCD 2 is definitely the stronger game, but KCD 2 is also super expensive still, so not super expensive, but, you know, it's definitely pricey still. And KCD 1 here is still a worthwhile game. You can mod the hell out of it. You can get all the DLC, and it's very much a worthwhile game. Not for everyone, but I really did like the setting and the, you know, story of KCD. I didn't love the gameplay. I didn't love the combat particularly. The gameplay itself, I love how it leaves you to your own devices and really makes you able to be the character you want. The combat is what I had an issue with, but yeah, good deal on that. Hell Is Us is $32.49. Have mentioned this game quite a lot. I recommend it to people as long as they know what they're getting themselves into. It's an incredibly compelling game in a semi-open world, so to speak, but it very much does not hold your hand. You have to kind of figure the game out on your own. It'll tell you where to go, but it's not like, oh, quest markers here, do this over there, and then the game just naturally progresses. You really have to pay attention. It's an immersive game, and sometimes that's exactly what people want, and it's a throwback to an older day of gaming where the games didn't hold your hand as much. You know, I'm old and washed up, as I've mentioned, and I need games to kind of hold my hand a little bit more so these days, but Hell Is Us, a game like this, every now and again, I do think is worthwhile to go into. And then lastly, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition is $4.49. Time Stranger is amazing, but Time Stranger is also like $50, $50+, you know, like $55, $58, around that range. So Cyber Sleuth's still a worthwhile pickup, just a little bit dated, and not gonna be as much of a blowaway title, but still very much worthwhile to go back and play. And for $4.49, you get both Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. I think it's a really great pickup, and I would definitely recommend it. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, Fanatical running a banger of a sale here as far as their winter sale offerings, and more deals will be rolling out, so check back with them. And as always, the links to everything will be in the description box below. They are affiliated, so if you buy anything, I get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.